In this fast-paced, high-stakes world of banking, the ability to effectively manage our time and navigate stress. So that's why today's webinar, time and stress management for peak performance in banking, is so incredibly relevant.
The relevance of the topic for bankers, because in a fast changing environment, all of us will have to manage umpteen number of things, execute lot of activities within the available time to the satisfaction of the superiors, colleagues, public, bosses, and to you ultimately. Once we are able to manage ourselves, all these kinds of pressures which we are having from different sources can be managed without much difficulty, with proper planning, with proper prioritization. How to do it? Let us discuss. Again, I repeat, time management part will be a limited topic of today's discussion. More stress will be given on stress management. Let me go to my PPT. Umpteen number of tasks are to be completed within the limited time. Any sensible person, what he is expected to do is to prioritize his assignments. And over and above, as a human being existing in this world, you have got some kind of responsibility to yourself also, where that assessment is directly connected with what exactly is your goal. All we people, on the one side, yes, as a banker, some expectations of your superiors, some goalposts which you have decided, some kind of pressure, expectations from the customers, the staff, the general public, Reserve Bank of India, Government of India, and prioritize it. Things will never be able to be completed within the available time. The participants who are here, again, I hope almost all of them will be fairly senior people, middle or senior level management. Most of those people will be having adequate number of efficient people working with them. But many a time, executives are having some kind of reluctance in delegating the work to somebody else. This part can be completely avoided by delegating the job to the right person after empowering that person with the right kind of inputs, support, and never interfere with those people. The people with whom this kind of work is already delegated, they are expected to give a positive progress report to the chairman of Delhi Metro. There are certain things to be learned from these kinds of the work done by stalwarts like this Shri Tharanji, because all we people, the workload, it never ends. It never decreases. It is already there. And our, to the right people, right empowerment, take it from me, things can be done in a far better, effective way. And ultimately, every stakeholder will be delighted with that. Matter which is generally being forgotten by everybody. Are we taking the right kind of breaks and rest? Okay, some work important, you are immersed into it. You are 101% engrossed in that activity. Good, nothing wrong. But there are certain restrictions for your own brain, your own capacity. Understand that, admit it, and ensure we are taking the right kind of break and rest. Ensure and empower you for better time management. Your output will be far, far better once the right kind of rest, right kind of break we are taking. Not only you, our own employees also, we are expected to give them the break, give them the rest, support them, supplement their efforts by ensuring that these kind of breaks are going to give them more energy, more output. There will be another 10 things which you are getting from your controlling office during the business hours, unless, of course, the matter is extremely urgent. This is the biggest problem which most of we people are facing. Very difficult to say no, but it is your job, it is your duty, it is your obligation to communicate with the bosses in certain issues which you don't agree. The executive, when he is communicating, will be having his own issues, his own problems, his own prerogatives, his own priorities to another major aspect where time is wasted because not doing the proper planning. With proper planning, by giving the top kind of priority which is expected, I can tell you the output part will be great. Why don't you keep a diary in front of you? Why don't you write down all these things? Why don't you plan it properly? Why don't you fix the priority? Why don't you identify the right kind of person to do this job? He is ensuring that this message is communicated to each and every staff member, right up to the sub staff. But good number of senior executives, even the present executives, technology, majority of them, they may be having a secretary, they are entrusting the entire job of these kinds of planning to the secretary. Because umpteen number of things which we people are toiling to get it done by working for 24 hours, weeks together. Now it is a matter of certain minutes or hours for us to get it completed with the support of technology. Technology as a friend. In relation to the volume of business which he is handling, with the support of technology, it is mind-boggling. None of these things are your botheration. But from the same technology, there are fantastic things which we can get it done by proper planning, proper help from your own colleagues, and your entire output, your managing time will be something fantastic. In the present day scenario, we have to unlearn a lot of things. As the saying goes, plan to do better and do better than you planned, increasing your efficiency, increasing your time management. When you put a deadline for a work, creating the right kind of reminders, corrections to ensure that you are able to meet that deadline. Many a time, we may be awaiting for a perfect time. Whatever may be the level which you have achieved something, still it can be improved. Percolate these ideas to the people who are working along with you so that they will also be, again, future executives, grooming the future executives. They will also be able to do these things to achieve better than what you have expected. In this process, never forget to relax. Ultimately, you are the person who is deciding whether you plan to relax or not. This part, once we understand, managing the time properly, which will ensure lessening of our stress. Not managing the time properly, nor not managing the task properly. Reading, little bit of activity, attended several seminars, and I hope this is an area where I am more comfortable than time management. Personal, from the society, that too connected with at time of deadlines and targets. If you are alive, if you are occupying any position, stress is a part of our which an individual has to decide, has to manage, has to find out, has to plan for that, has to prepare for that, has to strive for that. Keeping that extreme stress in our mind. The world is demanding. You have a life outside the bank. Children education, their health. Those kind of things are really an eye-opener for people to avoid these kind of eventualities which I had faced. It's a separate issue. So this kind of demanding world. Then complex situation. You plan for several things. We were discussing about planning. It is extremely complex. Expectation is too high. It is very heavily demanding. Many a time, the lack of preparation to face these kind of issues will be bringing the stress. But unless and until the right kind of preparation is done to face those issues, unexpected issues may crop up. That is another side. But many a time, the lack of preparation which we make by ourselves will be putting us into difficulty and finding it extremely impossible to face the stressed situation which we are already in. Right now, when the proper planning part is not there, things will go disarray. Bank employee, we do have the additional responsibility of being in touch with the society. When we look these things as the responsibility, there is another golden side of it. This is the way I used to look at things. It's a golden opportunity also. The same kind of responsibility, the same kind of duty, same kind of opportunity. Some people are looking at it as something extremely demanding. So this terminology, it is pointing to a situation where a person is doing extraordinary work. This is something which will ensure a peaceful, comfortable life for a bank employee. Let anything happen outside. Never blame outside. Are you able to manage yourself? It is possible. Many a time to get out of certain dilemma, there may be issues, there may be problems. But the moment you carry the problem in your mind, in your heart for beyond a particular length of time, take everybody along with you. For this part, good interpersonal skill. Good interpersonal skill. Many a time you are putting extra expectations of somebody who is not capable of that. And the impact of that appreciation creating into the office, bringing into the office, not only to you. One example I can tell you, when I was working as a brand manager in a fairly large branch in Mumbai, my zonal manager asked me, "Aapne kya kiya?" All those things. Then one representative of our branch was to be sent to head office to receive a bouquet on behalf of the branch. And my staff members, many of them told me, "Sir, it is the prerogative of the AGM to receive this on behalf of the branch." I told, "Yes, I know it, but let this person go." Our bank's car, he went in bank's car, he received this bouquet from the chairman, photograph, all those things. But many a time what happens, we will be thinking about problems rather than thinking about solutions. Ultimately, the type of pressure, stress a person is having, still always there is some kind of island, some kind of source of hope. There is a ray of light. There's a ray of hope. We can come out of stress. Can we do an independent judgment analysis of that? This take care of big rocks. I hope many of you people might have heard about that story that a big bottle a person is taking, putting big rocks into that, asking whether it is full. When you yourself, you are finding it difficult and full of pressure, strain, stress, pain, confusion. What are the sand? Where is the water? I can tell you the proper balancing part will become pretty easy. And life will, once we do that, the pressure in our mind comes down. Many a time the stressful situation is happening because we carry these kinds of unwanted things in our mind. But wherever it is not possible, there are things which anyone can do, anyone can practice. And there are certain time tested yoga asanas which will be definitely alleviating the level of stress which people are having. Light on yoga, B.K. Iyengar, people who are from Pune, they may be familiar with his ashram there. He has mentioned a lot of asanas specifically for stress relief. But just by doing those asanas, it is not complete. It's a complete process, a lifelong process. What you feel is a matter of extreme pressure may not be a matter of pressure for me. You are going to the office and your daughter comes and she spills coffee over your suit. You cannot go to the office on time. You are upset, uncomfortable. I recently read a beautiful article on this. Those simple incidents for which you may be normally, say, making all kinds of fuss. The moment you plan to think in these lines, that changes your personality. That changes your approach. If I think I can give a presentation on stress, the moment I change my thought process that come what may, I am not going to be stressed at all. People are not able to understand what does it mean. When did you service yourself last? Are you making the right kind of inputs to ensure that you are developing into a true personality? Give some time for yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Improve yourself in every respect. Try to service yourself. And these kind of things are affecting you to such an extent that you find it difficult and you feel stressed and you find fault with everybody else except you. Complaining about situation, complaining about surroundings, complaining about posts, complaining about our own staff members. But along with this, think one more thing. Within your level, as a senior person, you are having the capacity to ensure the right kind of inputs are giving to the organization or your office at least, where the positive vibes are always there among the people with whom you are day in and day out interacting. It is there. But ultimately, our responsibility is to achieve these things. And for achieving these kind of things, the situation changes. And what you felt impossible till yesterday, that reduces stress, reduces tension, the workplace will become extremely pleasant. Support them to reduce their tension. All these things, I can tell you, look inward. I can guarantee day by day, we become a different, better person. Here, your age, your position, your financial status, none of these things are relevant. Ultimately, it is giving happiness to you, satisfaction to you. Yes, I have done something which is within my hand without making complaint, contributing something to the society, leading a comfortable, satisfactory life, avoiding stress to the extent possible, at least managing it, not making a complaint. This is what exactly I wanted to communicate. Now, I have come to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. My request to esteemed participants who are here, all you people, you are having good number of experiences to contribute to these topics, especially to stress management.
For that truly insightful, practical, and I would say mesmerizing session.
Because you are preoccupied with certain things which is there in your mind. This is a kind of uninvited stress. Some stress probably may be useful because it will motivate you how to handle the situation. People say some good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. So some type of stress may be useful to motivate yourself. Possible. But sometimes the stress level goes beyond your control. That creates problem. Even if you have a good number of people with you, even if you have delegated all responsibility to them, that they may come out with certain things which are neither up to your expectation nor the expectation of the institution you are serving, and you are getting something which is not up to expectation, your expectation. Forget about the institution's expectation. At the time, the stress level goes beyond your limit, and at the time, how you will keep yourself cool and manage the situation. That is one thing. If you cannot handle certain things, better take that responsibility. That is what actually, yes, this is not my cup of tea. I should not aspire for it, or I should not be greedy about others are getting, so I should also be in that position. What they see, whether the person can be able to deliver in this position. Work less, deliver more, and you have work-life balance, time is there, no stress in the world. This is not the situation in Europe. Work-life balance is very much there. Then naturally, by breaking your head, inviting stress has no meaning. You enter into a situation, you find the entire environment is spoiled beyond repair.
Of course, your
Okay.
input, sir.
Okay. See, something which has already happened, it has happened. At least you can practice, you are not repeating the same kind of mistakes, and tell the people, advise the people, give consult to the people that, look, these kind of things has happened in my mind, please don't do this. You have to come out of it. Then regarding one matter which Boisaf told, which reminded me an incident connected with Sam Manekshaw, Field Marshal Manekshaw. When he was a major, this was the instruction given to me. I told, I am incapable and incompetent for that. This is exactly the two words which I used. My general manager fired me subsequent to that, you should not have told like this. He asked me, he was also equally incompetent as far as IT part is concerned. He admitted to me, Unnikrishnan, I cannot understand what is happening. I told him, sir, it is an accumulation of certain errors which our people have done, and we are trying to find out of this. Then, after about a month or so, I was transferred from the department. What I wanted to convey, when I made this incompetent and incapable, these two words, my general manager was very unhappy that I am so blunt in front of these senior people. But it brought the required result. At least it conveyed the right kind of information to the people. So my feeling with the people who are here, when something which you are not familiar with, admit it. What is the harm in admitting I am not competent to do this? And seek some kind of support. This is the only way we can do this. Thank you.
The branch managers or other person, they are not in a position to do the things because somebody is shouting on him and somebody is guiding them or telling them that no, you can do it likewise. And for this purpose, when I was called and I was asked, because of your softness, we are not getting better output.
Malveji, this kind of situation normally happens. You may be a soft person. Your boss may be a person very tough who believes that yes, shouting is the only way to get work done out of work done by your people. You cannot. And you cannot even find fault with that person, sir. Your shouting is not bringing the desired result. Please stop it. You cannot tell him. But you, as the senior person, you have to get the work done from that particular branch manager. My feeling, okay, your concern is to pacify your staff member from whom you are expecting good result, and try to find out whether there is any specific reason for that person in not achieving the desired result. It can also be there. As a branch manager, as a zonal manager, again, I am telling too much personal things. I don't know whether it is applicable, but still let me share it. What I used to do, daily I used to talk with as many number of people as possible. And you take it from me, once these kind of incidents are taking place, they are with you. Forget about the zonal manager, forget about the general manager, ED, CMD. See, you are expected to be on the job for 24 hours, I accept. I agree. But at the same time, you as an individual, mind you, as a CMD or ED, are you not having people down the line to take care of minor things? What are the issues which are to be escalated to your level? If there are people down the line, why they are there? Number one. Number two, unless the matter is urgent, why should I be disturbed? I can again quote an example. NIA director, once he came to our Goa on a personal visit. At that time, NIA director. Then my general manager at that time, maybe because he wanted to create some impression, he made a phone call to me. At this point of time, I am not going to disturb NIA director by going to his office. I don't think this is a matter that much urgent to be disturbed me. If he is in distress, yes, send a message back. Thank you very much, but I don't want to disturb you. Tomorrow we can meet at 9 a.m. And that matter ended there. So these kind of things, once you create an impression that I should not be disturbed unless the matter is urgent, number one. Number two, I should be honest enough to delegate the matters to the people who are with me, who are also there to take care of. These two things I feel generally it will take care of things. Still, there may be some finance ministers, some RBI people, some top executives who may be in the habit of believing that anybody working in this organization, in this finance ministry, they should be available to me 24 hours. That is your fate, if at all it happens. But to certain extent, we can avoid it. This is my experience.